Yo, what's up, guys?
Hello, today. Today it is Oatmeal episode 5, talking about Drake and
Oatmeal
Josh.
episodes. Yeah.
Episode 5. Chill out, guys.
It is a good and funny TV show, and it's about Drake and his brother Josh. Like, Drake doesn't care about, like, school and all that stuff. Really, most people really don't care. And and like, it's about them two and their, like, daily lives. Like, Drake's all about his guitar, and Josh is all about work. I mean, most people would rather be Drake than Josh. I'm just saying that. Because it's true.
What was your favorite episode of Drake and Josh?
Probably that one episode when they're fighting to, when they're trying to fight to see which, who was stronger, boys or girls. Like, when Josh was on his date with Mindy, and his parents, like, at his house, because he ruined their house, basically. So, like, they had, they went over to his house with the ice sculpture and all that crap. And then there was a wrestling match upstairs.
I remember
that
that
was cool.
It was a funny episode.
That was like my favorite.
Yeah, it's cool. Margin, what do you think about Drake and Josh?
Alright, it's a very educational and good show. And I think in a couple years or so, they're gonna reboot the series. Gonna make a new season. And Josh, he's kind of like Naruto. And Drake is kind of like Kiba. Because Drake thinks he's all better than Josh. And, like, I think Megan's actually evil. They're gonna steal Drake's guitar one day. And then Josh is he's gonna play the chopsticks. The Chinese.
Yeah, that just doesn't sound right.
Josh is Neji and Drake is Kiba. Well, just continue.
Well, I think Drake and Josh are both gonna do a band, and Josh is he's gonna go to a Chinese restaurant, he's gonna learn Rasengan, and maybe a couple jutsus or so, and he's gonna get Chinese chopsticks, and he's gonna play the chopsticks, and then Drake could learn 64 palms or whatever, and they're both gonna try and take down the evil Megan, who is actually Hinata. They act all innocent, but then behind your back they attack you. So yeah.
What's your favorite Drake and Josh episode, Mahjin?
Let me think. You know when Megan has their new, boyfriend or whatever, and Drake and Josh have to, like, stalk them?
Yeah, I remember that episode, and they go to the movie theater.
Yeah.
And
that was a good episode.
They lose a fight to him, you know. Well, her boyfriend was Obito, that's why they lost. It was Obito.
I think Josh, he might go Super Saiyan, and then Drake might get jealous, so he's gonna keep on trying to go Super Saiyan, and then they're both gonna be Super Saiyans, they're gonna be fighting each other, they both do Kamehameha, they're completely even, but then Megan will probably just be like Super Saiyan 3 or something, then they'll probably just beat him up.
That's cool. Here's my thoughts on stuff on Drake and Josh. I like it when I like it when their dad Walter. My dad would just call him Walter and stuff, and they'll really like a lot of times even call him by dad. They just say Walter, like, "Hey Walter," you know, like he's some neighbor next door. And I think Walter is I think Walter is the best, character in the show. I think I think he's better than everywhere. I think he's better than everyone. I think he should have his own series. Like if they took Walter out of his own series, I think.
Walter's Weather.
Yeah, Walter's Weather. I think that he should have his own. I think he should have had his own episode, or it's just Walter. It's just called Walter. It's just the Walter episode, and where he just
Walter's Weather.
Yeah, just have his own adventure or something. Just or just show some in his own perspective.
Walter man.
It just shows some of his own perspective of everything. He goes to work, The last 5 minutes of the episodes where he just goes home and we just sees Drake, Josh, and they just say, "Hey, Walter," And I think Walter can run the speed of sound, but he just don't really. I think Walter is like a superhero, but he just don't show. But he just don't. Let anyone know. Is it
Walter, man?
Because Clark
Kent.
Kent.
Superman outfit.
He does have one. He just because he has one. Those button up shirts. He has some button that turn into his other self. But I think the reason why he allows everyone to just to disrespect him, so everyone thinks that he isn't what he really is, because he really is a superhero. He really has super strength. He's Superman basically. But he's also Walter.
Batman and Superman mixed.
I think Walter actually put everyone inside a Genjutsu. So, yeah.
Yeah, Walter. The only reason why he allows everyone to disrespect him and just call him Walter instead of what he really supposed to be called, like father, because he wants everyone to believe that he's a loser, but in reality he's not. In reality, he's Superman. He when he goes to work, and then when there's like a crime down the street from where he's at work, from where he's working, he just he said he has to go to the bathroom, but then he's in the bathroom, he's unbuttoning his shirt, he's putting on hair gel, and he just flies out the window and goes save the day and go helps the person who's in trouble. Like, hold on, what's the super name? I forgot.
That's like Flash and Sonic.
The Flash.
Yes, Flash.
Sure, and I think Walter is, guys. What is his superhero name? I forgot what it was. Like, what is his superhero name? Like, is it Walter Man? Is it Walter Geist?
Walter Weather. Walter Weather.
No, I think it's
Walter Max.
Weather Walter.
It's Walter Max.
Big Max.
It's Walter Max.
Tell me your mic.
I'm sorry, my Uncle Show was disconnected for a second, but yeah, it's Walter Max. His superhero name is Walter Max. He has a big W on his chest, on his costume. He has hair on his chest, but his hair is like he has used like a he cut his hair into the shape of a W, so when he had no shirt on, you just see a big hairy W on his chest. Walter Man.
And he can shoot beams out of it.
Yeah, he can shoot. He can shoot beams from his hair, and the beams are of a shape of a W, and they can shoot from a 10,000-mile radius.
And he can control the clouds and the rain.
Yeah,
he just flies around town in his tie.
He flies to different planets. And he stops crime on different planets. He can make 10,000 clones of himself, and just all of his clones go just to different planets. To watch over the planets and stuff. He can.
And he has different forms.
Yeah.
Like Frieza does. Yeah. So right now he's just in his normal form.
Yeah, it's his base form basically. But he never he has like 50 forms. He has 50 forms, but he never has to show the second form because no one has been stronger than him before. Walter is like the ultimate warrior. If there was someone who's stronger than Walter would just go to his second form. He beat him just easily.
I think Walter is going to become Super Saiyan God.
I think Walter is past the powers of a Super Saiyan God. I think he's past his powers of a Super Saiyan Omega. He's infinite, basically.
I think he's like how
immortal.
Beerus is, but even stronger. Like he can just tap someone on the forehead who's Super Saiyan 3 and just knock him out.
Like he says the weather today, it's ice cold. Then everyone just freezes into ice cubes.
No, it's like, today it's going to be very sunny outside. Up you burn to death. Goodbye.
Work as a weatherman, and they're doing live recordings, but they're basically recording him doing his weather and whatever and stuff. And then he says, "I give an estimate in Africa that it will be snowy in Africa." And then he blows, and his blows goes all the way to Africa, and it snows in Africa. Basically, his breath is so strong that when he just blows in any direction, whatever direction he blows in, it snows and stuff in that direction. So he'll be working. He'll be on live and said it will be thunder in China. That he just snaps his fingers and then it's done. It's thundering in China.
Gone.
Yeah.
What the thunderclap?
Yeah.
He makes a giant bowl out of buildings, and then he makes it rain milk, and he puts giant Fruit Loops in there.
Basically, yeah.
Yeah. It's all about some Fruit Loops.
Who do you think we wouldn't fight Walter or Madara?
Obviously, Walter.
Yeah, obviously.
He didn't even
Walter.
need to tap him. He would just say, freeze.
Now, who would win in a fight? Walter or Vegeta?
Walter.
Don't even go
Walter.
Walter
Walter.
does not need any of his hands. He does not need any physical support. Vegeta would just punch him, and Walter's body is so hard that Vegeta just punch, Vegeta's hands will have shattered because Walter's body is so hard. Then Vegeta will be defeated. That's how bad Walter is. If I were to punch Walter, my hands would be shattered. That's how strong he is.
When
If I
Walter
touched
eats his chest
Walter,
hair,
he would be.
it
I would be
heals
dead
him.
right now.
His chest hair is an antidote. His chest hair can if you were to lose a leg, if you have cancer, if you have what is that new disease? What is it? Yeah, Ebola. If you have Ebola, and then if you were missing 2 limbs, you can eat one of Walter's chest hair, and then you can gain your limbs back and just be cured of Ebola. It's by instant.
And then
It's
it
like the
grows
new
back.
sensu bean.
Yeah, his chest just grows back in an instant.
The chest hair sensu bean.
Yeah, his chest
And
hair
he
is better
doesn't
than
even
his
need to go to the bathroom. He doesn't even have to go.
He doesn't
Yeah,
have to go. He
Besides when it's
he exports his versus his junk into gas. He spews his gas in his mouth. He doesn't have to go to the bathroom. He exports his as gas to his mouth.
that don't sound right.
When he goes to Wendy's, he puts everyone in a genjutsu, and at the drive-thru just takes all the burgers.
Yeah.
No, here's how it goes. He says it will freeze today, and
Walter,
everyone
man.
in the drive-thru is frozen. So it goes like, oh, here it go again. Nee, 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 nee.
Walter.
Alright, he goes up, gets a burger, yum, and like, I ain't waiting.
He
in line,
probably
fool.
makes it
He
rain
throws the burger
oatmeal.
out.
Walter has been alive for thousands of years.
Millions
He has
of
no
years.
he has an age,
Billions.
but it's you can't be
Billions.
specific about his age because he's been alive for so much. He has been alive since the beginning of time. So you
No,
can't.
before the beginning of time.
Yeah, he created time basically. And nothing can beat him because one day. While he was sleeping, with his wife, whatever her name is. While one day, while he was chilly in the bed, while he was like a little cold, he flew out of space. He slept in the sun. Like he brought his bed and brought his sheets, and he slept in the sun. That's how he warmed up. That's how cool he
You
is.
can't do anything against him.
Yeah.
Even Albert Einstein asked him for advice on his project. He created the light bulb. He needed help, so he just made it thunder there.
What's his name?
W.
Yeah. Even Superman came to his dimension. Even Superman came to his dimension and asked him and wanted to train with him. That's why Superman is so strong right now, because he trained with Walter. Walter was his master.
And Drake and Josh and Megan are like his slaves.
No, they do not even know. They don't even know that Walter is this great, heroic person. They think he's Walter. They just look at him as Walter. They don't even realize what he really is.
And he doesn't even have a bald spot.
Yeah, his bald spot. Yeah, it's just not a matter, but it's basically like white covering that he put some type of head to make it look like he has a full head of hair. Actually.
So it's like this. By the snap of my finger, my hair will grow.
His armpit hairs are so long, they can go anywhere. He just wraps it around someone and then shoots lightning from it.
Is there, if there's,
beat him like that.
He walks up to an old lady in a wheelchair and she has cancer and she's deaf and she's blind, she can't see anything. He walks up to her, he puts his finger on her forehead and she's healed. She's healed of anything, of any bad alignments she's ever had. She can see again, she can hear again, she doesn't have cancer, and she's not even in a wheelchair anymore. She can stand up. No, she's an athlete. She's an athlete, as a matter of fact.
He can fly.
Yeah. He can touch you and make you fly. It was Walter, man. No, it was Walter, man.
He can even create toilets.
He created the clouds. Yeah, he created the flying nimbus. He can rip his arm off.
He created the Super Saiyan God.
Hey, you know what like Majin Buu can do? Like he can rip, like he could pull some of himself out and use it as a weapon. Walter could pull some of himself out, turn it into something. Like he could pull his skin out and then turn his skin into a burger, and then he could give it to a homeless person. Yeah.
He can just rip his head off, and then it'll make like another clone of himself, and he can keep doing it.
Yeah.
He'll use his job
Infinite,
on
man.
YouTube.
No, his name is Infinite, man.
He just takes out a little armpit piece from his hair, then it just forms a new him. If he dies.
Walter, man. You know what?
No, Walter Maximum.
Does anyone have any poses of him on the wall? Why isn't there one worshipping Walter?
I know, I'm disgusted.
Yeah, I'm offended. We should all have Bibles called, this Walter. Be called the Bible should be called Walter. It should be called Walter.
Walter Max.
Yeah. We should all bow down and worship Walter, man.
He's so powerful. He even forced Obama to buy him a cheeseburger from McDonald's.
Yeah, he's so powerful that he knows what's gonna happen in the future. That he knows, 2 months from the present time, that a lady's gonna fall off a building. He'll snap his fingers and prevent that. And just prevent that. He doesn't have to go to the future. He can just snap his fingers and prevent all tragedies from the future happening. That's how powerful he is. Yeah.
Alright. Alright, here's what I was gonna say. Alright, Walter's so strong that he taught freaking every single anime character out there how to fight.
Walter created us all.
Yes.
Yeah. He did not eat.
Created the chocolate bar.
He had to snap his fingers. He just thought about it, and then Walter just created.
He eats clouds every day for breakfast.
He's so strong that he can eat infinitely and not even, be a quarter full.
He eats Vegeta once a week. And just reanimates him.
Well, guys, this is sadly the end.
Episode 5.
Yeah, sadly the end of Oatmeal episode whatever.
No, Call of
5,
Duty
episode 5.
Walter Warfare.
How is it 5 when? Anyway,